How's it going, guys? I wanted to make a quick video on allowing your why to fuel you through life. So before I go any further, I want to clarify what your why is. So in the whole sphere of self-improvement, maximum performance, high performance, one of the most important concepts is finding and staying true to and making very clear the reason behind why you do what you do. Keyword being why, right? So I define your why as any form of your motivating forces that push you through the trials and tribulations of life, right? So before I go any further into explaining more about what the importance of having a strong why and what a little bit more specifically what a why is, just forgive this stupid dog back here, he's barking. I want to read you guys a poem. I'm pulling this from the book Think and Grow Rich, and the poem goes like this. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty score. For life is just an employer, he gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. So this is the way that I look at this, is I want to repeat the last two lines in this. So the last two lines in this poem are that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid, right? So think about what you consistently ask from life, or ask for from life. How open are you about your goals? Are you afraid of being too open about your goals because people will judge your ambition? They'll judge what you're shooting for? Or, are you incredibly open about them, maybe too much, to the point where people are, kind of avoiding you because you're so intense with your goals that you don't have time to, pull in other people's opinions? Try and understand, before we go any further, where you fit on this scale. Look at it as like a scale from 1 to 10, right? 1 being you don't ask anything from life that relates to what you really want. And look at 10 as all you do is ask life for what you want. I think it's ideal to be at a 7 on this scale. That's just my personal opinion, because I personally believe that selfishness in a healthy, if used in a healthy way, breeds selflessness. So first, try and understand where you are on this 1 to 10 scale, and then I want to give you a moment to actually really think, like, why are you 1? Do you not ask, anything that you want from life? Are you at a 5? Do you only do it half the time you're in conversation or through life or with decisions you make? Where are you on the scale? Really try and grab that number. Because now I'm going to go into how having a why relates to what you ask of life, right? Now, many people are going to be, if they're honest with yourself, are going to be too low on this scale. Way too low. And the reason I think that a lot of people are too low on this scale, meaning that they don't ask of life what they really want, is because they're afraid of one key thing, and that's rejection, right? Rejection and not having socially accepted goals in your paradigm. You have to realize that your goals, if you achieve them, are going to help a lot more people than yourself. Even if they do come off a little bit selfish, if you're being true to them and you are genuinely happy that you're at least shooting towards them or achieving them, then you're going to be more likely to be in a mentality where you can provide value to people, give back, and express gratitude, and express philanthropic, efforts in your life. So what's your why, right? What is the thing that, because in my opinion, having a why, right, having a strong why is what fuels your ability to ask life, to ask from life what you really want, to really take what you need, to get what you need from life, right? The stronger your motivation is, the stronger your reason behind waking up in the morning and going through your day, the more likely you are to ask from life what you want, right? We have all different, levels of why throughout the day. A very bad example would be hunger, right? You go through your day, you get hungry, right? Whys determine all of our decisions and behaviors, right? Why do you eat, right? Why? Because you're hungry, and if you don't eat, you won't survive, right? But this is usually, right, for most people who have enough money to eat, this is a lower level why, right? This isn't a big picture why. This is a momentary why. Obviously, if you're starving, right, and you're in a point where you need food or you're going to die, it's going to be a bigger why. But think about your life purpose why, right? How strong is that for you? And you only need one. I mean, it's good. It's cool to have maybe 5 goals going on at any given time. Goals. But when it comes to a life ambition, when people ask you what you want to be, what you want to do, where you want to be, you should have one burning desire, right? Now, goals are separate, right? You can have a workout goal, right? This could be a 30-day to 12-month goal, whatever works for you. You can have a diet goal. You can have a educational related goal with school or something, with a class, right? Goals are things that get us closer to achieving our main why, right? Your job is to make that main why strong, or stronger, or clearer, because clarity is strength, right? Because in order for you to be brave and to make the decisions and to endure the uncomfortable situations that come along with chasing your dream, you got to have a strong force pushing you through all of the struggles, right? You got to get that twinkle in your eye, right? And you can do it. But you need to find your why. And I mean your big why. So how do you find your why, right? Well, first, one thing that helped me a lot is thinking if I was, which I'm very far from it, if I was the smartest person in the world and had twice as much opportunity as everyone else, what would I be doing right now? If I $10 million in the bank, that's another one. What would I be doing right now with my life? What would I be waking up with, feeling excited doing, without these limiting beliefs about money and opportunity, right? Without these limiting beliefs, what would I do, right? Simple. It's so simple. What would you do without any limiting beliefs? And yes, it can come off as a little selfish. If you want to be famous, that's cool. If that's what motivates you, that's cool. As you become a content and happy person through chasing whatever means of fame works for you, right? Whatever means works for you, and you're genuinely, really do want to be famous, I guarantee, you'll find a noble reason behind that as you go and follow that path, right? Now, this isn't right for all people. Like, being famous is too vague of a why, in my opinion, right? But think more specifically. Try to solidify this. Try to clarify this. What's really stopping you from getting there, right? How can you make this at the front of your mind all day so that all these little goals you have going on are worth it? They're worth achieving. So that all those uncomfortable situations are worth getting through. So that life has a undertone of energy and focus and proactivity. Finding your why is probably one of the most important things you could ever do in terms of staying motivated throughout your life, right? And I always think that goals are important, but I think more so that having a strong reason behind living is a lot more important. So what I want you to do right now is to imagine yourself, the best version of yourself, to close your eyes after this video is done, and to imagine yourself successful. I want you to do this with almost no effort. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes after this is done, right? Get comfortable, relax. And visualize what or who you can and should become with no limiting beliefs. You're twice as smart as everyone in the world. You have twice as much opportunity as every other person. And you have $100 million in the bank. Let your imagination take its own course through this exercise, and as soon as you get a gut feeling of who this person is, I want you to attach an environment to that person. So I want you to take the person that you visualize and place them into an environment. Where would you be, right? This is what you think of when you're thinking of an environment to place yourself in. Where would you be? Would you be in a hotel room? Would you be in a penthouse? Would you be in a jacuzzi? I don't know. Where would you be? Picture that. And if you're up for it and you feel a difference from this exercise, why don't you do this for just 2 minutes? Just 2 minutes every morning before you start your day. Just visualize who that person is and where they would be. What's stopping you?